last video of the season.
Yeah, we actually made it to the end.
Yeah, it took a lot of hard work, but we did it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
It was actually pretty complicated.
The shoots,
The music.
The research?
the skits.
Yeah, the skits.
The skits, some of them were pretty crazy.
They were pretty fun to write, though.
Wait, who wrote that skit for this episode?
I don't know, did you?
No, I thought Jeff did.
You know, come to think of it, I've never actually seen the script for this episode's skit.
Now that you say it, neither have I.
Do we even have a skit?
Holy
smokes!
Jeff!
I just heard you all call my name in unison. What's wrong?
We don't have a script for this episode.
There's no script! No script!
Not to worry. I came prepared. Let's write a script. Okay, what do you have so far?
I wrote the first half of the joke, but it's not any good.
Mine turned into an essay on the definition of humanism.
I drew a picture of a unicorn.
And my pen doesn't seem to be working. This is no good.
No good.
No good. No good at all.
Okay, switch pens and let's try again. Okay.
I wrote the second half of the joke, but it's disgusting.
I decided to name my unicorn Francois. He's French.
You gave me your pen and it still isn't working.
And I wrote down a few ideas, but upon further inspection, I'm clearly plagiarizing ENS code.
Well, that's just awful.
This is terrible.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I'm out of ideas. What about you? When?
We can juggle apricots.
Do you know how to juggle?
No. And I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to apricots.
Then why did you suggest it?
Sometimes you have to take one for the team.
We appreciate that. Emily?
I watched an amazing DVD of a John Doyle show last night.
That's interesting. Go on.
I liked it.
We're going to need more than that.
I really liked it.
That's great, but where's the skit?
DVDs are not skits, Jeff.
I see your point. Allison?
I think Winston Churchill said it best. In the morning.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Fair enough. It was gonna be pretty highbrow.
We need to get the ball rolling. Quick! Say whatever pops into your head.
John Stamos!
Try again.
Breakfast!
This isn't working. Let's try word association. I'll start. Skit.
Breakfast!
Giraffe. Dalai Lama.
Hammerspace!
Phone booth. Eiffel Tower.
Doc Martin sandals!
Portuguese man o' war. Picture frame.
Let's stop right there. I don't think any of you know how word association works.
I think you're right.
Accurate assessment. Couldn't agree more.
Things don't look good. I'm afraid I'm going to have to count to 10. If we can't come up with something, this skit's going to be over, and we're going to have to move on with the video. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Sorry, gang. We're going to have to move on. We have all failed. Don't take it so hard. It happens to the best of us. Just say the catchphrase and let's move on.
Live from Riverside Theater, it's RCT On The Go.
Yeah, I actually felt pretty good about that one.
Yeah, we're pretty comfortable with how it turned out.
At least we ended on a strong note.
Yeah, people only really remember the last thing that they see anyways.
You know, and the important thing is that we ended with a catchphrase. That is what people expect.
And all things being equal, that wasn't a terrible way to open the video.
The camera's still running.
Of course it is.
Hi, I'm Jeff Horger. I'm an instructor and director at Riverside Theater in Vero Beach, Florida. I also supervise our resident touring group, RCT On The Go. RCT is a trio of actors and educators who tour the Tri-County area, bringing theater directly to the students through theatrical performances and workshops. The video series you are watching right now is designed to integrate our touring shows into school curriculum. Each play on tour has a corresponding video that can be found on our website, www.riversidetheater.com. There is a link to the Children's Theater on our homepage. Then all you have to do is click on the tab marked Touring, and you'll be able to access any of our videos free of charge, as well as a study guide to accompany each performance. If you really like what you see, you can check out last year's videos as well by clicking on the tab marked 2013-2014. In our last video, we introduced one of the plays currently on tour, The Greatest Invention Never Invented. Hopefully you had a chance to see the video and learned a bit about our show. Now let's take a look behind the scenes.
I'm Lance Flashbang.
I'm Margaret Kelly of Flanagan.
My name is Janine Steinbergowitz-Black.
I'm a lawyer cop.
I'm a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer cop.
If we don't figure out just who invented it, well, I don't think you'll be able to live with yourselves.
You all run the same predictable pattern over and over again in your endless quest to eat fruit and destroy Pac-Man.
Science itself hangs in the balance.
Also, I think at some point you're going to have to decide if the defendant is guilty.
This play is all about electricity and the science behind it, and because of that, there are a lot of big words that we have to use.
Electrons are the other tiny particles that buzz around the outside of an atom.
And in order to be able to use those words efficiently and make it sound like we actually talk like that, it requires us, first of all, knowing what the word means, because that's really important to know what you're talking about, and two, just practicing saying the words over and over and over again until it becomes natural.
Hello. I'm not a real scientist, but I play one in this scene. In fact, I'm playing one right now.
One of the most important things about Invention was making sure that the three of us actually understood electricity and everything that we were saying.
Please note that in the account that you just heard, Ben Franklin himself went on record stating that he himself did not, in fact, invent electricity.
So that when we went to explain it, we could explain it in a way that not only we understood, but also was easy for the audience to understand.
And what would we say?
We'd say,
Stop complaining or I'll hit you with a lightning bolt! Smite! Ha 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 ha! In this show we play a lot of historical characters. By my beard, Ben Franklin!
by my hammer, what do you want?
And because we don't know how those people actually acted, and this is a comedy, we just took aspects of their personality that we know and we exaggerated them. For even as a man with so many friends from France, I think Ben Franklin was telling the truth. For example, while Nikola Tesla probably didn't act like Hannibal Lecter, it was funny because he is a mad scientist in history. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I call my next witness.
This play is loaded with scientific and historical facts. In an effort to be even more educational, the actors have compiled a list of facts about not only this play, but the other plays we have on tour. To hear these facts, let's head to the Jungle of Knowledge.
The Pac-Man ghosts are named Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
The roar of a lion can be heard 5 miles away. The world's largest rabbit, Darius, weighs approximately 50 pounds and is 4 feet 3 inches long.
The grape-growing industry is the largest food-based industry in the world.
A hedgehog can run 6 feet per second. A pirate flag, also known as the Jolly Roger, is a black flag with a skull and crossbones across it.
A female rabbit is called a doe.
Hares can run over 45 miles per hour. Rabbits are herbivores, or plant eaters. The oldest play still in existence is The Persians by Aeschylus.
The word for theater comes from the Greek word meaning behold.
bell-shaped jar that is used in a laboratory to cover objects is called a bell jar.
Pirates actually practice workmen's compensation for those that were injured in battle.
Pirates believed that having their ears pierced would give them better eyesight.
Squirrels have 4 front teeth that never stop growing just so they don't wear down from the constant gnawing.
More than half of the world's rabbit population can be found in North America.
According to Aristotle, plot is the most important aspect of a performance. If a pirate captain thought that there was a chance that he would get captured, he would change out of his fancy clothes and pretend to be a regular pirate, just so he wouldn't be charged with being the leader of a piracy organization.
A group of tortoises is called a creep.
Thor, while the Norse god of lightning, is also the god of strength and trees.
The guard in the courtroom who protects the judge, juries, defendants, and plaintiffs is called the bailiff.
Pirates believed that having a woman on board of the ship was bad luck.
Tortoises have both an endo and exoskeleton.
In many theaters, a single light is left lit on stage to keep the unfriendly spirits at bay and the friendly spirits illuminated. It's called a ghost light.
The series of ropes and weights that suspend actors, props, and set into the air is called the fly system.
Ooh!
The first actor to step forward and say a line on stage was a Greek man named Thespis. That's where we get the term thespian. While there were many female pirate captains, they normally had to start by dressing as men on the ship so that nobody knew that they were women.
Ancient Greek audiences used to stamp their feet instead of clapping their hands to applaud.
April 17th is National Cheese Ball Day.
The Greek god of lightning, Zeus, used his thunderbolts as weapons against his enemies.
A cattle prod is a device that uses an electric shock to make cows move.
Raisins are dried sweet grapes. The drying happens naturally when the grapes are left out in the sun.
Zeus is the father of many Greek heroes, like Hercules and Perseus.
Despite popular belief, pirates rarely buried treasure because they either divided it equally among the group or it included perishable items.
We're almost out of time. Actors, any last words, as it were?
I think one of the most important things that kids will walk away from in Invention is just a better understanding of how electricity works.
I think kids are going to walk away from Invention wanting to play Pac-Man because Pac-Man goes to sit on the stage for almost the entire time.
I think after watching Invention, kids are going to have a pretty good understanding of how electricity works, and I think it's really good that they'll be able to walk away, but it's also so much fun and there's so much caricature going on. They're actually going to have a good time actually learning, which I think is going to be a lot of fun for us.
They're also going to learn about electricity, but they're mostly going to want to play Pac-Man.
I think that it's one of those things that since there is so much information that no matter what, you're going to end up grasping some of it and it will stick with you and it's fun and it's silly and you're learning and you don't realize you're learning.
And that is that. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Jeff Horger, and I will catch you later.
I prefer that old stuff. I just like that old stuff. I prefer that old stuff. I just like that old stuff.
A year in that van.
RCT On The Go is funded in part by Quail Valley Charities.